Yeah, I wish I have.
Alrighty.
Here we are again.
Here we are again, episode 9.
9.
Fuck me dead.
Which leads us into 1969, which leads us into Man on the Moon.
Man on the Moon, our fucking hot topic of the week.
Hot topic.
Let's tell the hot. It's our starting point. So, alright, the people went to. We're not going to argue that the moon landing didn't exist. Didn't happen. It happened. In my opinion. Do you reckon it happened?
Come on, man. We were meant to spend a whole fucking hour arguing.
No, but this is where I'm not arguing about the moon landing. I'm arguing about other things, though. There are so many other fucking abnormalities when it comes to the moon landing. Okay, for instance, my opinion is we went to the moon. I'm going to go over my opinion of why it was the moon landing was staged. Theories, I do have a lot of credit to them, but in my opinion, it just does not make any. I reckon we went to the moon, but a lot of the shit that they told us on TV is mutant. They got rid of stuff. A lot of the cut out. A lot of things we can't. Like what I've talked about. For instance, did you know? One of the craziest theories is, and obviously like people listen to this like crazy conspiracy theories, is that Stanley Kubrick's 2001: A Space Odyssey, 1968, because they got two of the producers on there worked for NASA for like filming with Kubrick to stage the moon landing. And the movie The Shining, if you play I think if you play it like a reverse, there's a video on YouTube, it's wacky. So you play like The Shining, I think reverse, and I think 2001: A Space Odyssey, and you flip it over, like you have them both playing at once, like a mesh, they correlate, and like the correlation is like Stanley Kubrick's confession that he fucked up the moon landing. Dude, it's fucking weird. And then you got to remember Stanley Kubrick released Eyes Wide Shut.
Yes.
Have you seen the movie?
It's fucking weird.
Dude, but it's all true now. We know that the elite are all pedophiles, and he died like a couple of days before the movie.
True, that Eyes Wide
it's true.
Shut type of stuff is the type of things we're seeing with Pizzagate and all those emails and that documentary Out of Shadows, which talks about those cult-like.
Yes. So released a couple of days before he died. Maybe you're just like, I'm going to die, might as well tell the world the truth. So that's the main...
But you know what's weird? How Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman were in that movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise, big Scientology guy, he's probably one of them.
Yeah. I know.
So how the fuck... So... I'm just trying... Do you reckon Stanley Kubrick was behind... Like, he was the woke one out of...
A lot of people say he was. That's why maybe he just knew too much. But that goes back to the theory that he helped like create the footage that we see on TV with the moon landing. Yeah. Now, whether the moon landing is fake or not, I believe people went on the moon, but a lot of the footage we see is altered and a lot of stuff is being hidden now. That's point case. When Buzz Aldrin went to the moon, Neil Armstrong, first one on the moon, there was when he landed, there was a good 1 to 2 minutes of just and then he said his famous words, first step for me or whatever. But a lot of NASA insiders were like, what he was saying was just like, I've seen these weird, like giant lights, these crafts are everywhere, what the fuck's going on? We're being greeted. And then he was told, shut the fuck up, I'm going to edit this, just say these lines and just talk about it. But second thing as well, people also know that Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong saw the lights when they were on the Apollo 11 mission, there's lights following them. There's a Reddit email on it. So there's a quote. He's just like, listen, I don't really know what the lights were, because whether they're aliens or UFOs or debris from the plane, I don't know. But he goes, I saw lights out there. And there's heaps of astronauts.
Are you sure it wasn't the command module that was orbiting?
He doesn't know. He goes, no one knows. He goes, there's weird lights over there. And there are other accounts of...
Wasn't the stars, no,
it was like
from the stars or the sun? Or?
Yeah, that's what he said. His opinion goes reflection from the debris from the sun.
Okay, alright.
And then another one, there's heaps of other astronauts out there that, say that, one astronaut said, I can't remember his fucking name, this is Gavin Cooper? I can't remember the name, but he was like one of the 5th or 6th people to be in space. He was saying like he saw a giant snake in the sky. You have the Russians taking pictures of the Foo Fighters and the UFOs in the sky. You got the Chinese now going to the dark side of the moon, the other side of the moon where the Americans refuse to go for whatever weird reason. So it's this type of stuff that interests me. It's just like...
Right.
And
so
why...
you don't deny it, you just... You think they did go, but when they went, they discovered quite interesting things that they've withheld to the public.
Yes.
Because they have addressed a lot of the theories against the moon landing. They have actually addressed. NASA has actually addressed, and it makes sense. Like the responses make perfect sense, logical sense.
They make logical sense. So, like it's
like the one with the flag waving and
that kind of stuff is a bit looks weird, but
it looks weird, but it has to look weird on
because it's space. It's space, right? And that, which leads me to if that's making so that footage obviously there's been ups and downs about it. There's been things people say been edited out. Again, it's like NASA, most powerful country in the world, first people on the moon. my opinion is my conspiracy mindset, the more likely withholding stuff, and there is evidence for that, as the astronauts seeing stuff in the sky. As obviously, if you work with the government, you have like a what's the word? You can't talk about certain things. Everyone knows that. You know that.
Yeah,
from experience.
right.
You can't talk about certain shit. So they obviously can't talk about certain stuff. So what is it? Whether it's alien technology they found, whether it was, resources. Because that's what China's doing at the moment. They're looking to mine the moon for resources.
Really?
That's an actual fact. So the Chinese, they went to the moon. 2019 was the last mission they did. I think they wanted. I think 2020.
Is it a man or like a drone?
A drone, and they did a visual map of it.
Yeah.
So they have it. We can't access it. So the visual map of the moon, all around it. The Americans don't have that. They, for whatever reason, didn't go to the other side. And and there was one Beijing official that said, again, it's China. Like, we didn't see any evidence of, the flag wasn't there from the US. What the fuck is it? And like it
probably blew away.
Yeah, probably blew away. Like, no one really knows. But another thing is, why haven't we gone to the moon since like the 70s?
Yeah, I was gonna research that. Have we gone since?
Nah. Last one was the US. That's it. That's all the USA's been. I think.
Okay, well we got to
Russia as well.
We got to look at history though. Wasn't it a space race?
Yes, between USSR and
yes,
USA.
and the USA, led by John F. Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
Now John F. Kennedy
John
F. Kennedy didn't really last that long.
Yeah.
In the presidency, and I assume didn't he get superseded by, was it Reagan? Well, anyway, the US.
Reagan was one of the had the Star Wars program.
But did America push for more space exploration?
It used to be 4% on the budget. Now it's like 0.05. Trump wants to. Trump wants to create the Space Force.
Yeah.
Why does he want to create a Space Force for? What the fuck?
Control. Power.
Yeah. Well, what if China goes?
Power.
Yeah. We want to colonize the moon. America's like, nah, Space Force.
Star Wars.
Legit Star Wars. But what do you call it? So it's really interesting. But that's another a really interesting thing though, with the moon landing is that the USSR was in front of NASA. In front of USA when it came to space technology. They were the first to have a living being, Sputnik, with a dog. They were the first to send a man into space in the 50s. And then, if you calculate the amount of like hours, or the man hours and technology that the Russians had versus what the US had, it kind of makes no sense how the US catched up so fast. Like, how did the US go from, Russia's doing this spaceship.
Yeah, they were behind.
They were behind, and then how did they get so fast? Is it because Operation Paperclip?
Yeah,
the Nazis? And then what did the Nazis do?
Bit of Nazi help, I think, would have gone a long way.
Yeah, so obviously they had Nazi scientists. So, Edward von Braun, the other bloke's name.
But also, it was a Cold War, so the US were in a much better position after the war to throw in lots of money and manpower into whatever project's necessary. Yes. And if that means beating the Russians, man, I think they have it in them to focus their attention on that.
Yes, but it's still weird how they did it so quickly. Is it because the USSR just fucked up? Or is it because they faked it? Or is it because the Nazi intelligence they had?
I reckon the Nazis may have helped if they did indeed bring them over.
Yeah, they did.
And sought their assistance, surely that would have helped.
Because they had rockets in Germany. They were one of the first countries with rockets. So the rocket technology obviously helped. But that's another weird thing to do with the space landing is that, why haven't we gone back? And if you look at all the current footage with the ISS, International Space Station, it's sketchy. So if you go on YouTube, there's a lot of like astronauts just talking to like some news commentator, and then one astronaut, you can see her shorts being like hinged by like some weird like hook and going upside down, and then the astronaut's like, hey, and like does that, and like you can see like that's like her pants goes like that, and it's like, what the fuck? Is it all green screen? Are they like hanging by? It looks like they're hanging by hooks.
What the fuck?
But like they're doing like in the Cirque du Soleil where they've got the fucking
You sure that's not just like a belt they have?
Yeah, like a belt they have, and it's like hinging up into the roof.
That could be for the spacecraft.
But then you can't.
I mean, you're floating in space.
But you can't physically see it though. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It's like they're wearing shorts and shit, like gym shorts.
Oh right.
And then the guy just goes up and just like does that, like just mid space, and then the shorts correlate. They go.
Oh, so something's tugging the shorts that you can't see.
Yeah, you can't see.
Oh, okay.
So are they it's sketchy. So a lot of people say, no, it's to do with gravity and air, and people are like, it's a bit too much, man.
Straight gravity.
So the ISS, the International Space Station videos are very, very, like, in my opinion, they don't make any sense, a lot of them. It's really, really weird. And they refuse to talk about it. So with the moon landing, that NASA will address it, they'll talk about it, they'll use science and like prove it. But when it comes to this, shut up, let's talk about it. It's like, why?
What I also find interesting about NASA is that when Elon Musk was founded SpaceX, NASA was heavily opposed to it.
Why?
So why?
Why? And why is Elon Musk now being like this evil fucking crazy guy? But like he's giving ventilators, he's calling out all the fake news against him. His Twitter page is just like the coronavirus. It's not a fucking pandemic. You're being lied to. Why is he saying all this stuff? And why did they want him to go to space? What? Why? There's shit like this that it started to make me question. Alright, the moon landing probably happened. Why have we gone back since? Why are these astronauts saying weird fucking shit? Why is Elon Musk not allowed to go to Mars?
And he's American as well.
Yeah, but it's a private company. He's not the government. SpaceX is not NASA.
I get it, but he's American.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are they afraid that his technology is going to be sold elsewhere, that they don't have control? Is it that?
Maybe as well. Yeah, we saw the China. North Korea.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. But
you know what's interesting? When the first Tesla car got released, he released all the patents for free.
Yeah,
like, take it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird, man. That guy's weird. But no one knows if that, like, what we see on TV is always what they want us to see. Obviously,
this goes back to Out of Shadows now.
It does all go back to Out of Shadows because this is why we call this Space is a Hollywood Basement, and bonus points if you get the lyrics, if you know what song it's from. But what do you call it? Because it goes back to Stanley Kubrick. That's why I started with that. Because Stanley Kubrick's Space Odyssey movie obviously predicted a lot of stuff. If you watch it like AI and how, it's a fucking awesome movie. And the theory that the NASA used like his filming techniques to stage the moon landing, it's 50-50. Like, I reckon maybe he helped stage some stuff, or it's just an absolute batshit theory that makes sense.
Wait, was that before the actual...
Yeah, 1968.
So how did he actually film that? Like
in a basement, in a Hollywood, like in Hollywood.
But how did he actually, like, perceive what it would look like?
Oh,
without actually going there?
I don't know. Yeah, this is where the theories come from. Like, the moon landing looks a lot...
Because I've seen the scenes, it looks fucking very real.
Yeah.
I mean, real to my knowledge.
Yeah, exactly, real to our knowledge. So maybe scientists already knew. If you go into space, you get it, and they didn't die. They obviously knew what the conditions are going to be like. But did they? Like, no one... It's weird, no one knows.
The most fucked up thing about space is that we have no experience... No one, actually very little people, have experience of space. And if anything.
Yeah.
Dude, like gravity, we can test gravity.
Yeah.
We jump up and down or whatever. Space, that's completely out of our hands. Yeah. We've never experienced anything like it.
And it's weird because it's no one really knows. And the reason why I want to bring up this up as well because this week the Pentagon did release new UFO files. Did you see that? That was remember we talked about Tom DeLonge's he finally fucking got the government to release like top secret UFO videos.
Oh right, so they're declassified.
Yeah, they're declassified, and people are like, what the fuck is this? And like, obviously now no one's talking about it. It was Corona this, Corona that. No, this is kind of like whatever, release it. No one paid attention to it.
So are you saying the government? Was this the CIA? Who is it?
Pentagon. It's CIA essentially. Yeah.
The CIA has files on unidentified flying objects.
UFO. Because it could be military technology, remember, not just aliens. But it could be Chinese, it could be North Korea, it could be Russia.
Does any other country do this?
Every country does that.
Really?
Yeah. It's your secret. You're the secret intelligence. What do you report on?
Okay, so it's just radar. It's just intelligence.
Yeah.
It's just
like what's this plane?
Just forms part of that.
Yeah, like what's this plane flying at like 200 kilometers an hour? So I don't know. It's like make contact with it. We couldn't make contact.
Oh,
with
okay.
Cool.
In that regard, sorry.
Let's make a note of it.
I thought there was a division solely for the.
Oh, there is. Yeah, the UFO division. Because it could be a terrorist threat. Imagine like every Monday at 2 p.m. Plane some fucking thing goes past 200 kilometers an hour over the. I don't know, the Simpson Desert. The fuck is that? Make contact with it? No contact. Bro, you can't do that. It's illegal. Do you have a permit? No. Try to find them. They can't find them. What the fuck's going on here? Is someone
Austin, Texas bombed.
Yeah, exactly. The thing. So could be a bombing? Is it like the North Korea? No one knows. So you have to do from a security standpoint. It does about what they are. No one actually knows. That's the scary thing. So people are like aliens. But is it aliens or is it military technology that we don't know about? And where does military technology come from? That goes into like fucking aliens and Roswell, and that's another topic. But what we see on TV, you've got to remember that predictive programming, as we learned with Operation Mockingbird. If you watch that documentary, remember Operation Mockingbird? How the CIA primes people for.
Is that under LSD?
No, that's MK Ultra. That's a whole other thing. MK Ultra is where they.
Mockingbird, is that priming people via TV?
Yes.
And media?
Yes. The CIA is involved in it. So whether the CIA is primed people before the 60s for the moon landing, what they're priming for us now, like, you know, all the superhero movies, all the anti-North Korean movies, anti-China movies, like Rocky is classic example. Ivan Drago, you know.
Actually, that's a good topic. That's a good topic to talk about. Priming.
Yeah.
Mental priming. So, basically, TV.
That's what Joseph Goebbels did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The propaganda.
Yeah, it's propaganda.
Basically propaganda.
That's what movies are, essentially. Think about it. Well, not all movies, but like a decent amount.
Yeah, because when you watch a movie, you're gonna have to get a message out of it, right? Otherwise, you're just blindly watching a movie with no thought.
Yes.
And I doubt anyone would do that unless they're drunk or whatever.
Yeah.
They're not all that.
Yeah.
So if you're watching a movie, you're probably gonna get a message from it.
Yes.
Just like everyone else will.
Yes.
Or very similar.
Yes. But what is that message or what is it for? Like if you watch a movie in like North Korea, it's to be pro North Korea. If you watch one in China, it's to be pro China. That's why Disney edits all the Marvel movies in China.
That's a good point, yeah.
It's all priming. It's like, why are you doing this? And like, why are these movies coming out at a certain time in history? Like 80s, you know, movies like Red Dawn, like Rainbow, like Rocky, or anti-Russian movies. Why?
Well, it's the in thing at the time, right?
Exactly.
It's the hot topic at the time.
Exactly.
And people are going to have their own views on it.
Yes.
What I find interesting is how all these dystopian films came out like decades ago, like Blade Runner, 1984.
Yeah.
That's freaky. That stuff's freaky.
Yeah, Blade Runner.
That stuff is way before its time.
It's only 20 years before its time. Think about it. Have you seen the latest Blade Runner though? That one will fuck with your head. That one, I was like, what the fuck? I don't want this to be real. But the latest Blade Runner was fucking my head. But yeah, Blade Runner's a great point with replicants.
Well, it's not just Blade Runner, like literature in general, which is way ahead of its time. It's
yes.
Like, how the fuck did they predict a lot of this stuff that ends up being true?
So the drugs,
with very little indication at that present time that
yes.
such a thing would occur.
Yes.
With such accuracy.
Exactly. So whether it's predictive programming or Operation Mockingbird, which the CIA runs, it still does run. We don't know. So what the movies that we see today, like the fucking what's like the latest movie that it's like really popular now, like some like mainstream movie that. I don't watch movies, man.
I don't know. See, movies aren't really a big thing anymore, right?
It's more Netflix. It's more Netflix.
It's more stuff on Netflix.
And all the series are like pandemics and like zombie apocalypses and shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Why?
Dude, you go on Netflix and it's just like it's either a drug show, it's either a comedy, or it's a documentary on the in thing. Dude, they're already making coronavirus documentaries on Netflix.
Yeah, that's weird.
So
they control the narrative.
Yeah.
So, but why do they control the narrative for? Who says that they control the narrative? That's why. We go back to the documentary. Who really controls are these fucking evil satanic pedophiles?
They would have some say there because they're probably the ones that produce these type of things.
Yeah, which goes back to these pedophiles, these satanic elites have been there since who knows when. Who's to say they don't have a say in what NASA does?
How would they ever say what NASA does? Because they're part of the same elite.
Yeah. Because remember, Neil Armstrong is a Freemason, as is Buzz Aldrin, like the high level Freemasons, which are all the elites. They're all part of that same club, which is a fact, So it's not like a conspiracy. That's just a pure fact. So what do they talk about? And like, it's just.
Yeah. What do they talk about? What are their interests? What are their motives?
The Freemasons' motives, from memory, it's something to do with like creating like a better society for the world, but it's secret what they talk about. And like a new world order almost.
It's not even me.
Almost, right? But the sacrifices and initiation rituals they do are fucking weird. Weird.
Like the spirit dancing and the sacrificing and the devil. That made me shut up.
Yeah, spirit cooking. Yeah, spirit cooking is a fucking weird one. That's a fucking weird one. Like the what's it? Anna, whatever her name was. Anna. And
she looks evil, man.
Oh, bro, she's fucking. She's a Satanist. She's an actual Satanist. Like it's not like you saw the video, the NSA guy.
You didn't even have to tell me that she looks like
the blood. This is the blood who did the second. What the fuck? But like the thing is, you tell people this shit. They're all elite Satanists. Like, nah, you're crazy, bro. But like, it's what they tell you, but no one listens to it. It's why I don't understand. Like people are just that brainwashed by their. It's kind of like they shoot themselves in the foot. It's just like I listen to the media, but I listen to what they want me to think.
So you can't be wrong.
Yeah.
Under that domain, you can't be wrong.
Yeah. Well.
Because how can you prove it otherwise within that domain that they're wrong?
Don't. That's right. It's thought crime. Like George Orwell's thought crime. That's why language is controlled. If you control it by people's language or their perception of reality, then anything outside of that is crazy. Like the CIA created the term conspiracy theorists in the 60s to de-label conspiracy theories as like crazy people.
That's my thing. So we'll go back to MK Ultra.
That's a fucking scary one.
So when they put people on LSD and they shock their brains with certain patterns or memory or thoughts or whatever, and that ended up actually playing in their minds, didn't it? It actually it pretty much injected thoughts into their...
Yeah, so MK Ultra was mind control experiments. Was
that successful?
No one knows, because no one knows if it's even they stopped it yet. Because there's no evidence of that we stopped this operation.
Yeah, right.
So it could still be occurring, but basically MK Ultra was in the 60s where they got disabled people and people of lower class, like black people back then, abducted them, put them under drugs, LSD, mushrooms, ice, whatever, and then just try to control their thoughts through Clockwork Orange shit, where they try to talk to them through different languages, different voices, put them in front of TV, and then when they'll let go on alright, go back to the world, they're just government abducted me. It's fuck off, you fucking lunatic. And then they sued the government. It was 10 years ago, they actually sued the government of all the victims of it. Because they're what the fuck's this shit? You can't abduct me and then expect... Yeah, so they sued. It's really, really interesting. But the thing is, whether that's... The fact that A, there's no evidence of it stopping. B, it fucking occurred. That happened in America, a first world country. What the fuck can happen now? Imagine that homeless man on the street. They took me away. Fuck off. What if it was real? What if he was saying the truth? They did take him away, and they did put drugs in him. But that was the whole idea of MK Ultra, was to create thought control with people, which there is no evidence of it. So they was quite successful with some stuff. But what do you call it? Whether or not it's being used today through radio waves or microwaves or 5G or fucking whatever, or via movies and TV is a whole other topic.
But there are people now and businesses now that are actually researching into this technology, right? Remember that lady that got killed about the Matrix,
Oh yeah.
She founded a company that looked into, was it brain wave transmission, some scary shit telepathy. I don't know what it is. It's scary shit, man. And
they all die or just end up killing themselves. It's fucking weird.
The stories are quite freaky.
Yes,
but it makes you think when you hear a thought or something enough times, you almost believe it.
It's true. 2 + 2 = 5. 2 + 2 = 5.
If I keep telling you that 2 + 2 = 5, other people keep telling you 2 + 2 = 5.
Yes.
You're gonna end up believing it.
Yeah, the World Health Organization. Coronavirus is not a threat. Don't worry. Minute coronavirus is a threat. Please worry. What is it? The fuck's the truth, bro? Make up your fucking mind. So Trump is bad. Trump is bad. Trump is evil. You go to someone that knows nothing about politics. Is Trump really that bad? Oh, you can't say that. It's bro, fuck.
That's the thing. If you knew nothing about politics, but all you heard were whispers in the background and conversations that you didn't really want to be a part of, that Trump is bad, because that's your anchored belief or impression, that's going to be the overriding one.
Yes.
Because you've gone from, I don't know anything about Trump, to he's a bad guy. Yes. Or even the opposite.
Yes.
He's a good guy. That's all I've heard.
Yes. That's why when it comes to Hollywood and whether what they put out kind of controls people, because all that a lot of people know is through movies. It's who are the bad guys? Russia. Why? Oh, fucking Rambo. Rambo killed them.
It's just biases. They're creating biases.
Exactly. Yeah. Which fuels, obviously, ability to go to war with that opposition. Who are the bad guys? The terrorists. Who are the terrorists? Middle East. It's no, who started the war? The fucking they bombed us. Who bombed you? Terrorists. Who the fuck are the terrorists? It's like exactly 1994. That Bernstein bloke. They always blame that same person. So that's why Hollywood, that's what a lot of its function is to do, is to create political control for people through movies and fictional heroes that people want to be like. And if you want to be like Rambo, be jacked and strong, kill the Russian, kill the Afghan, kill the Burmese.
But what's the point? Is it to secure their own influence and power and prosperity?
Exactly.
It's just a bit. Is it more of just a business move on their part?
No, I think
a society to keep itself tight knit and strong.
Yes.
Is it more that? Do you think that'll be their motive?
I think that's always been their motive. But now it's starting to change a bit because people are starting to realise what's going on, which is a great signal for war. That's what happens throughout history. When people start realising what the fuck's really going on, war occurs. Just to shut everyone up.
That's the thing. Imagine everyone was completely skeptical about most things.
That's happening now in America. All the protests are occurring.
Yeah. This is the thing that also concerns me, is the other side. If you have everyone that's completely skeptical about what's going on, how are we going to prosper? Doesn't that lead to chaos?
Yeah, it leads to war. Civil war.
It leads to anarchy, right?
Yes.
And chaos. There's no order because everyone's just very skeptical and doubtful about everything.
Like in Hong Kong. That's exactly what happened in Hong Kong. Almost took down the fucking country. But then this virus occurred that came out of China. So whether or not Hollywood is there and all these evil Satanists are there trying to create all these movies to keep us in control, and maybe that's what their main motive is. But the fact still stands that they're evil Satanists that practice spirit cooking that rape little boys. And why the fuck are they doing that? Is it for adrenochrome? Is it for the fucking so they can stay young forever? You know that movie that got to the adrenochrome theory?
Yeah.
The adrenochrome one. So whether that's occurring because of that, is it because they get some fucking weird demonic power from it that God, I don't know. But like the fact still stands, they're all Satanists that like do these blood sacrifice rituals and they control what we see on TV. And all the messages they put out, they're there. And like and all this like concept of we're under constant control, under constant surveillance, will always and forever be put into a perspective that's crazy. You can't think like that. You're not allowed to think like that. That's the crazy lunatic talks about that. That's the X-Files people talk about that. The fucking the villain from James Bond talks about that. Like you can't think like that. It's bad. Don't think like that. But it's like, what the fuck, bro? Why are you moving this fucking movie? And all these fucking actors are all fucking in on the same fucking game. But why though? Why is it all like that? Like no one knows. But now people are starting to like almost like wake up and like, where the fuck is China going to the moon? What the fuck are they going to the moon? It's fucking weird. So are they looking to get away from here? Was that why they don't want Elon Musk to go to Mars? Because they realize it's actually a fucking great habitable planet?
It'll be a while when...
They said 2033, wasn't it?
Yeah, it'll be a while when we inhabit something like the moon or Mars.
Inhabit the moon?
But it might end up happening. I don't know if in our lifetime.
Inhabit the moon? But you know, that's not the scary thing. Why are they so interested in getting away from Earth?
Why don't we just live in space?
How can on like the ISS, like in Star Wars?
Like in the little capsules or like ships or something, just orbiting.
Fucking hell! Fuck that. That'd be scary. How would you you lose your mind?
You worried about overcrowding? Fucking, there's a whole space, a whole fucking universe out there. I think that's the mentality. I think that's the mentality. Like, some countries and people are thinking, let's get out of here. Let's do anything we can to widen our breadth.
That does make sense.
Power, influence.
Yes.
A plan B.
That is definitely a plan B.
Another option. It's keeping your options open.
Exactly, in case you all kill each other. But that is very, very interesting. But then again, that's why it makes no sense. In my opinion, it makes sense that the NASA footage of the initial space landing was obviously censored. A lot of stuff they don't want us to hear because they don't want us to hear the truth. They don't want us to hear that there are actual aliens out there. That Area 51 is built on alien technology. That there is actually evidence to suggest that there is weird shit on the moon. That we have made contact with aliens since the 40s. But we can't talk about that.
Think about it. If the world went into a nuclear war, the safest place in that instance would not be Earth.
No,
it'd be space.
Exactly.
Everyone on this planet could get killed under a nuclear war.
Like the Simpsons episode.
Yeah, but if you're in the Simpsons, But if you're in space, fuck, those nuclear Kim Jong-un's missiles are gonna reach space.
Oh, they might.
Maybe he's working on one. I don't know.
Maybe he is. I don't know, bro. It's so wild.
But I doubt he's gonna hit you in space.
It's hypothetical they're going to hit you in space. If the rockets can go to space,
I know rockets can go into space. But what's the likelihood of hitting something moving like that as opposed to...
That is true. That is very, very true. Let's just stay
within the planet.
That is very, very true. Very, very true. I mean, there have been cases where rockets have exploded and like debris has fallen and killed people. That's fucking scary, actually. Oh, yes, actually.
Any moment now, just...
A plane blows up and we're dead.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's fucking scary. The fragility of our mortality. But, yeah, like it's... I don't know if what really happened with the space landing. Because all the evidence suggests that... Or conspiracy theory evidence suggests that there is something that they don't want us to see, something they don't want us to know.
What could that be? Like, I don't...
Could be water, could be resources, could be fucking alien technology. It could be someone who was there before us.
Well, they did bring back the rocks from the moon.
Yes.
So they brought them back. Now, whatever that meant, I don't know. I don't know what they detected from that.
Yes, but there is evidence of life on Mars. We found water on Mars. And you've seen the Mars rover, like the theories about the Mars rover being fake? They're actually really interesting. How it's like it's secretly being filmed in Israel. Dude, it's fucking weird. It's just like, this is like the Mars, this is Mars, this is Israel. You're like, what the fuck? It's exactly the fucking same. And all this weird shit that they find on Mars, the face on Mars, the creature on Mars. You've seen all those pictures before where it's like, oh, it's an alien. It's like some bloke sitting on a chair being like,
having a cigarette.
Yeah, like some weird shit like that. Is that a person on Mars? And he's like, nah, it's just dust formations. But who controls this shit?
Mirage, yeah.
It's a mirage. But who the fuck? Thing is, you gotta remember, all we know about the moon and space is what we're told.
Is what we're told.
That's it. That's all.
And it's only from one source, really.
Yeah, just the American government. That's it.
I mean, you have other sub-sources,
yes.
but they're all getting information either from each other or from that original source.
Yes, exactly. But, you know, a lot of people don't realise that other countries also have space programs. Russia also has a space program. Why does China have a space program?
Yeah, how much spotlight does that get?
None. It's only because we're in the West. If you're in the East, you get a whole different perception of reality. I mean, you still got Hollywood. They still fucking, you know, Star Wars is a thing in the whole entire world. But what message is Star Wars trying to portray? Especially now, it's just fucking shit. It's cancer. Like, I'm just...
Disney. I can't believe Disney took over Star Wars. That's
bad.
So depressing, though.
That's so fucking bad. They killed it.
Isn't that depressing?
It's really depressing. Disney owns, like, almost the whole world, but they own a fucking lot.
Yeah, after watching Out of Shadows, it really opened my mind to
fuck you. That
well, there's a Disney there's a Disney, like, not channel, there's, like, you can just...
subscribe to Disney.
You can
Netflix,
subscribe just... Yeah,
Disney
like
Plus.
Netflix, yeah, Disney.
Look at the Simpsons on it.
Crazy.
The fucking Simpsons is owned by Disney now. The fuck? Everything's owned by Disney.
It's
So,
crazy.
whether that means like Tencent over here or like a Tencent type of fucking thing where all this social justice stuff is being pushed and they're trying to like legalize... That one fucked my head, that theory they put into. With regard to the whole, they're trying to make, you know, everyone, you know, gay and pansexual in order to like legalize pedophilia.
Oh yeah, I think
that one, I was like, whoa, stop.
Yeah.
So that one was a fucking weird one because
opening sexuality and rights and
yes,
all that.
That one was fucking weird because you remember like in like grandparents' age, if you're gay, it's just like that's bad. Now it's whatever, be gay, but like what if 20 years, like 50 years down the track, it's like yeah, but pedo, oh cool bro, you rape little boys, all cool bro. Ooh.
Yeah, that's... The thing is, we're heading down a path of more and more freedom.
Yes.
But people don't realise how...
the
negative impacts of having more freedom. They love the fact that we have all this freedom, but they don't realise the negatives that come with it. Everything has positives and negatives.
Yes. And
to it, no matter what it is.
Yes.
Freedom sounds and liberty sounds great.
But now the definition...
You gotta be careful when you strive for something like that, so one-track minded, because even something like freedom has negatives.
Yes, it does.
So I mean, if you had the freedom to do whatever the hell you want, isn't there a possibility that you might not actually do anything? If you had too much freedom, you had too much of it.
Whoa, that's like movie Wall-E, where they have too much freedom and they become fat slobs because they're too lazy to do everything. Well, that's what kind of what's happening now. We have freedom to do whatever the fuck we want, but well, that's actually one of the...
there's benefits and there's drawbacks to it.
Yes, because if you have too much freedom, no one's going to do anything.
Like, there's a million ways to lose fat or to gain muscle or whatever.
So you don't... Yeah, no one does
it's
it.
Like, fuck.
It's too much
what do I choose? Like, this guy's telling me this, that guy's telling me
yes,
that.
Yes.
You just get overwhelmed with options and freedom, right?
Yes, there's too much choice of things to have, therefore you can't choose anything. It's just like, what type of milk do you want? It's like, fuck, I'm just getting no milk. Like the pause ad. Because it works. It's just like, do you want full cream? Do you want like homogenized? Do you want organic? Like, fuck man, give me fucking milk. It's the same shit. So too much freedom does, I get when it comes to drawbacks, but I think people's definition of freedom and liberty now has changed.
Is it more, they're probably taking it more from also a legal perspective, like from rights.
Yes.
And what have you. But I think they're mistaking, in a Western society, I think they're mistaking legal rights to how they're being treated by others. That's two different things.
That makes sense. That does make sense.
Because we all have rights in this country.
Yes.
Right? We all have laws. We all abide by the same laws.
Australia doesn't have a Bill of Rights. We have no rights. We have implied rights. Go on.
Okay, but we all fall under the same legal system, right?
Yeah.
You don't abide by different laws to what I do.
Yeah.
But you might be treated differently to other people than I might be also.
What's discrimination?
Yeah.
But
I think that's the part
that makes sense.
that people are getting very bitter about.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because if you discriminate me because I rape little boys...
Because women are getting oppressed by men, and some men are getting oppressed by some women, or some men, or some race, or some gender, or... I think it comes down to that. I don't think it's down to a legal thing. It's down to just down to behaviour.
That makes sense. So Hollywood, in a sense, because they are controlling us, are trying to make things that they're trying to make these discrimination things seem less and less of a legal thing and more of a. They're trying to make it more of a legal thing. So basically, everyone equality should be like everyone equal. If you have an Asian man, a black man, a white man, a Hispanic man, that has to be law now.
They're trying to like enforce it and really drive it legally to hopefully make it condition everyone.
But why?
Their behavior that way.
Like all the Disney movies about like rape and like pedophilia. Why? That's the shit that fucking scares me. Is like, why are you justifying this shit? That's not cool.
Yeah.
So why are you having all these hidden messages of like, oh, so they're allowed to have someone younger than you, like 10, 15 years. It's like, whoa, that's not cool. That makes no sense. To me, that makes no sense. That's my opinion where Hollywood's going now, where it's so like, I guess left field that there's something's going up here. Like, what the fuck are you trying to justify a lesbian, bisexual bloke that fucks everyone and then he's free? It's like there's any disease. It's just science.
Yeah, so there seems to be freedoms opening up in those kind of areas, and then freedoms in other areas that are closing.
Like gun rights.
Yeah.
Why the fuck did you get rid of guns?
It's quite interesting how that all works. How we want to be in a more free society, but we're closing existing freedoms and opening new ones.
Because
it's just interesting how that's
controlling language.
It's interesting how that's all playing out.
It's controlling language. So you can control language, you can control society. You make freedom not about guns, but about raping little boys, about being a slut, whatever, not being married. Then you successfully control society.
Well, I think the marriage thing is more cultural.
Yeah,
and societal. Yeah.
There's more cultural,
less legal. But I see your point.
So I reckon, well, why are they trying to get rid of guns? Why are they trying to get rid of like freedom of speech, but allow other things? Why?
Because guns are seen as bad, right? Because people.
They'll take down the government. That's why.
Yeah.
Like they're doing now in America, where they're going to the mayors, like the parliament houses. I mean, like with their guns, let us go out now, like give us back our freedom. Because the government is scared of that. That's my opinion on guns. But if I was in America, I'd be right front and center.
Yeah, guns is a tough one.
With my fucking SMG, my Glock, being like, I'm not wearing a fucking mask, you cunt. Like I have my fucking
yeah, guns is a tough one.
Guns is an incredibly tough one, but
because we've got to admit
they kill people.
It's very simple. Like it's very easy to kill someone.
Someone with schizophrenia,
even if you don't know how to use one.
Oh, bro, you kill yourself like that.
You probably kill yourself or kill someone else accidentally.
There's 4 rules to owning a gun. The first rule is always assume a gun is loaded. Second rule is point nothing but to your target and at your target. Third rule is unload the gun before you use it. If we're in America, I'm like, hey, cuz, bro, I got this new Glock. Boom, boom. Oh, fuck. You're dead. That's how most people don't know. That's how most gun deaths occur. Just some drinking, drunk, bro. Cuz, look at my Glock, bro. Check this out. Oh no way, bang, dead. So that's how most gun deaths occur. If you abide by the fucking rules, for starters, you wouldn't have your gun there. You have your gun on the floor. Cool. You look at it, pick it up. You unload it. Even if it's clearly unloaded, you unload it.
Yeah.
Cool. Put it back on the floor. Then pick it back up again. Then put it on the table. Then you pick it up. Oh, cool. Pick it up properly. Cool gun you have. That's it. That's how you should use a fire weapon. And if, for instance, someone came to you, I'm going to kill you, then you load it and put the gun on the person.
See, that's the part that should be under contention. Why is that guy or girl wanting to kill people? That should be the issue, right?
Mental health should be the fucking issue. But why do they have these mental health issues?
Yeah.
Because they're loaded up on drugs and shitty diets, and they don't go outside and train, or like go outside and do exercise, and they're being fed all these fucking. Oh, it's okay if you're pansexual, queer, you have issues at home. Oh, it's okay if you want to study arts and literature for the rest of your life. Doesn't put you on a fucking leash. You're in debt.
So we should give a kettlebell and a dumbbell to every gun owner.
Exactly. But the point is,
with the fitness program,
most gun owners are actual fitness nuts. That's a statistic, and most of them are actually. Most gun owners do not kill people. It's like 1 or 2%, and it's like a fact that there'll be more deaths prevented by guns than there have been people killed.
I know, but you can't use the majority of statistics to justify it, because you only need fucking 1% of dickheads to completely ruin it. That's the problem. And those 1% have the most impact, and because they're using guns, they obviously have even more of a deadly impact.
Yeah, if you kill like 70 people versus like 10 people.
You've undid all the good work. There's 99%.
Yes.
People have done. So
yes,
it's a tough one, man.
Because
I really think you need trust.
Yes.
There has to be some level of trust between the gun owners and
Oh yeah.
And the laws as well.
Yes.
It just has to work that way.
Yes, but a lot of times it clearly doesn't. But why doesn't it? Mental health issues. And why are there mental health issues? Is because Hollywood's putting all these fucking stupid ideals in people's heads that life is is fucking roses and sunshine, and when it's not, people realize it's hard work and life isn't life sucks 90% of the time. Deal with it, but you don't get sold that in Hollywood.
And going back to that mental conditioning we're talking about, is that just American culture? Is that just has the government conditioned people thinking that guns are this crazy thing because, I don't know, Rambo fucking...
Well, the American culture has guns there to protect people. The Second Amendment is there to protect the American individual from tyranny of the government. That's why it's there for. So government tyranny...
Okay, that's the bill.
Yes.
That's the bill.
Yes.
But I'm talking about culturally.
That's what people believe. From being there, they'll be like...
But not all of them, right?
Everyone I spoke to, why do you have a gun? Hunting or tyranny from the government? That's it. Or self-defense, of course. That's it. And having a gun because it's cool, to be honest, most gun owners, from my experience, didn't really... Because they're actually quite, not strict with guns, but they're strict that you can't go into a Walmart. There's some states I think you can, but it's not... Like when I was in Texas, for me to actually go to the gun range and fire a gun, cool, have you had a gun before? No, cool. Sign up this way for me, please. Cool. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. To practice shooting, you must have a 1 hour lesson with the instructor first. Cool, no worries. Blah, do the lesson. The guy's like, what's up, bro? I'll explain to you how to use a gun. He goes, you gotta do this, this, and that. I'm like, hey, man, how can you actually buy a gun in America? He goes, you get a permit first. Usually you get a permit. You apply for it. Then you get I think in Texas, it's when you get a mental health check. And then he goes, to actually get the gun, you have to go to the gun shop, in person. And then we assess you. Some bloke come to me like, give me a gun, bro. It's like, nah, bro, you're not getting a gun. Call the cops. You're not getting a gun.
Yeah, right,
and to have an assault rifle, I think you need an actual reason for it. So why do you need an AR-15, bro? If it's something like I work...
Is that in every state or in certain
states? Each state has its own laws.
Yeah,
each state's completely different. Each state it's like Europe. It's almost
different governments.
It's completely different. New York is a whole other world from Los Angeles, was a whole other world from Texas. So Texas was quite... obviously, I'm a little more free with guns, and they're quite patriotic about it, but also patriotic about gun safety. You talk to people I don't carry my gun with me because I don't need it, and B, that's unsafe. I don't want to hurt anyone. There's no... I didn't experience fuck yeah, guns, let's go fucking shoot everything. That didn't really exist. That's more of a stereotype. From what I saw. In Las Vegas, different. There's more of a tourist attraction. It's like, want to shoot an MG42?
I'm just trying to understand their perspective, because personally, I wouldn't feel safer with a gun.
I would. What if some bloke came in right now with a gun and tried to shoot us all? I'd win. I'd save your life.
In that instance, yes. In that instance, yes. I'm saying generally, there's no reason... If I was to... Okay, what I'm trying to say is, if I was to think to that worst case scenario, then I would make myself believe that having a gun is safer. You're right.
Yes.
But generally throughout life, when I wake up, I don't think...
Okay, that's true. You don't need a gun when you wake up. That's a bit too much.
Or not just when I wake up, just daily life. I'm not thinking, fuck, I feel so unsafe, I need a gun. Is the reason why they have so many guns because they have all these shootings, and because... Is it just more unsafe? And they feel safer individually having that.
Okay, the USA is not like the homeless issue there is a fucking problem. That's the first thing that will blow your mind in America. There's let's say we want to go from... It's almost like in Greece when you go to the I think it's a Larika station. You just don't go there. Or the Omonia train station. You just don't go there. It's I don't know, going to Blacktown Station at 2 a.m. in the morning on a Saturday night, and guns are legal. Even that guns are technically legal in Australia. But going there 2 a.m. in the morning by yourself, last train, would you do that? Yes or no?
Probably not.
Okay, why?
I'll probably find another way.
But why wouldn't you do that? Same with Rockdale, why wouldn't you go there at that time of night?
I'd have no reason to.
But why are you scared to? I'm not scared to do that in Elwood. I'm not scared to do that in the city. Why?
Why would I be scared to go to...
Blacktown Station, 2 a.m. in the morning, on a random...
Because I don't know the area.
And B, what else?
There's probably a higher risk of getting into an altercation.
Exactly. So America is like that just normally.
That's what I mean. There has to be a reason. There has to be an underlying reason.
So you go to let's say Houston Station bus stop. It's full of homeless having fights with guns. You're just like, what the fuck? But again, you're homeless. You have an issue. You have a mental problem. Why do you have a gun? You shouldn't have a gun. You don't have a right to have a gun because you have a mental issue, right? So the problem right there. Who the fuck's getting the guns? How are they getting the guns? Black market.
Or who produces a lot of the guns? in the world?
America. I think China as well, is it?
Probably. I think the US is
Yeah,
a
I'm
massive
pretty sure the
manufacturer.
US like number one. But
So they're getting higher their own supply.
yeah, higher own supply, exactly. So
that's the issue.
yeah, they higher own supply.
It's just got way too many guns, and obviously some dickhead's gonna get his hands on it and cause havoc.
Exactly. That's why it's a good right to have, but it's being abused. By just idiots, which is 90% of the world. Like power has been abused by idiots, which is the whole idea of a conspiracy. It's my opinion on guns. Because in America,
that's to me sounds like a very reasonable.
Yes. In Australia,
analysis of it. But if you take away the guns, they're gonna fucking riot.
Yeah, exactly. You can't not take away the guns in America.
They're just gonna riot.
They'll kill you. They'll start a civil war.
Is it tough luck, or do you have to find a middle ground?
This is what's going to happen now, I reckon, because obviously the gun laws are becoming more stricter and stricter. It's going to get to a point where people are going to be like, no, we're going to start a fucking civil war. Like in Hong Kong, they were just like, nah, bro, you can't extradite us from Hong Kong to go to China to talk shit about China. No, we're going to take down this country. And they almost did, and then coronavirus hit. Same in America. They're the same mentality. It's just like, they won't take it. Like, it's happening right now just with COVID. People are like, no, the freedom is number one in America. Like, let us go outside and be free and let us do our thing. If I die, I die. That's the mentality. I'd rather die as a free man as I would as a non-free man. That's the American mentality. That's what they believe in, and they're fucking right to believe it. Whatever, bro. That's why Texas is now, with they're forcing them to wear a face mask. That's why there's so much protest. People are like, I don't want a fucking face mask. Fuck this Chinese propaganda shit. Fuck Bill Gates. That's what they think. Yeah. It's just the American culture. It's like a great culture. But they're actually great. One of the best healing ways of COVID, which is weird.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, anyways.
Yeah, the US is blown out of control.
Yeah, it's blown out of control.
As we were saying, it's probably due to their mentality.
Yeah,
just like with guns and freedom and all that.
Yes. But yeah, they're the first country to go to the moon.
That's you gotta give them credit.
That's fucking good. You gotta give them fucking credit.
If they did go.
If they did go. We still don't know. That's the thing. We don't fucking know. No, bro.
Anyway, I reckon we'll leave it at that.
Let's wrap it up.
Till next time.
Till next time.